The slowing domestic and world economy wasn't enough to stop Korea from logging a record current account surplus last year, but a rather disappointing performance posted in December in trade has raised fears that Korean exporters may be entering a rough period. Arirang's Yulian explains.
Last year was the 15th straight year Korea logged a current account surplus, which is the broadest measure of cross-border trade. The Bank of Korea said on Wednesday that the surplus for all of last year reached $43.25 billion, up from around $26 billion the previous year. The figure is slightly higher than the central bank's previous estimate of $43 billion. Analysts attribute the full-year record to a surplus in the service account and a decline in imports. The service account saw its first surplus since 1998. The central bank says the Hallyu, or the Korean wave, which enticed more tourists to Korea, and a rise in the number of overseas construction services pushed the service account into the black. Imports dropped by around 1% last year from a year earlier due to shrinking domestic demand. That's in stark contrast to the previous year, when imports grew by over 23%. For the month of December, however, the current account surplus was just $2.25 billion, the smallest in 8 months. Experts attribute the reduced number to the strengthening local currency and reduced working days last month. The won appreciated by about 6% against the dollar in the past 7 months, weakening Korean manufacturers' price competitiveness in export markets. The biggest worry for Korean exporters is Japan's drive to weaken the yen that is making Japanese exports much more attractive in overseas markets. Yurian, Arirang News.